So I know that I have not made a video in a hot minute, but you know what? I thought, why don't we just jump right back onto the bandwagon? I actually did like making videos earlier, so, well, earlier. I like doing it in the past, so why not just try it now? I don't know, to give myself a hobby, I'm so bored. So anyways, I thought that I would jump back into YouTube with doing a foundation review. And I want to kind of do one of those reviews where like you pop in throughout the day and give your insights. So yeah, that's what I thought we would try today. I'm going to be reviewing the Age 20's Essence Cover Pact. This is by a brand called Age 20's, like already said it. But I've actually been using this for quite a while now. I want to say a month. And I thought this would be kind of interesting because I actually have you deep insights into this product. So I'm going to show you how I apply it, which really isn't anything revolutionary, but just to show you guys kind of how it applies. And then I will pop in throughout the day to let you know my thoughts and opinions on it. And then I will end with my, you guys have seen freaking million videos like this. I'm sure you know what I'm trying to say. So anyways, this is the Age 20's Essence Cover Pact. So it looks like inside. It just has the puff as per usual. Nothing interesting there. It's not my favorite puff, not my least favorite puff. So when I went into the place, this fake Aritão, I asked for a cushion foundation, and they only have the Horasu cushion foundation, which is $90, and I was like, no, you know what? I don't really feel like paying $90 for a freaking cushion with a little bit of product soaked in it. So she recommended this. Keep in mind, this is not what it looks like when you get it. This actually looks like shit. It looks really cool when you first get it. Okay, but whatever. It looks like that right now. And it's kind of like a cream foundation. Already don't like that. I would much prefer a cushion foundation. But the lady recommended this to me. It claims to have, like, if you see the little white areas in it along the border of the product, it says that that's like a primer, a slash essence. And when you do first get this product and you like start using it, you will see like some beads of water or essence kind of pill up on the top of the product. So it does have moisturizing factors, which I like, but you'll find out later that it does have some backfalls. This is a very dewy foundation, so to combat that, I powder before I put it on, because if you don't, you are going to be a shiny mess. I do like to be glowy. I do not like to be shiny. So let's take my little bangaroos back. Once you get to the point where I am in the product, it starts to ball up. See this? It's very hard to get the product out, and when you move this around, it like messes up everything in here. It's just a big mess. Doesn't really hinder anything though. So that's what it looks like on here. This is a very light coverage foundation. Very light coverage. Oh, I just hit pan. Very light coverage. So let's just get into it. I like to start in the middle of my face and do all that business first, so you can kind of see how this applies. This does have SPF. Oh, it doesn't say on the packaging how much SPF it has. Interesting. Maybe it doesn't have SPF. You know what? I don't know. I'm going to have to look. So as you can see, very light coverage. I have a pimple right here, and this is my acne scarring. For me, that's fine since I don't really like full coverage foundations. I just find that, especially in the summer, it's just uncomfortable to be wearing full coverage. However, this is lighter coverage than I would typically like in my products, if you want me to tell you the honest truth. This breakout is literally the worst, ugliest thing. It had like a huge ass whitehead. While I was at work yesterday, I noticed that it like developed a whitehead. It's like there's nothing you can do at that point. It's not like I can go pop that sucker, because then I'm just gonna have like a, gross ass mess on my face that's even grosser than before. And then you get self-conscious about it, and I'm sure everyone knows like the freaking vicious cycle of pimples. So please note the amount of product that I have to use. you can probably tell at this point I had to go back in quite a few times to kind of get the desired coverage. I'm almost there. I might go in with some concealer. I won't bore you guys with that whole process. But yeah, it does require quite a bit of like finessing and messing around with to get like a nice coverage, nice even coverage too. Because this isn't a cushion, it's very hard to get an even coverage on the puff. I also have really bad under eye circles. This does not combat that really at all. It kind of masks it a tiny little bit, but you really need a concealer with this one if you want to cover up your under eye circles. Keep that in mind. Okay, so I honestly think that this looks good. I am going to come back at you with the rest of my makeup done, and then I'll do a few check-ins throughout the day. Anyways, see you in a few minutes. Okay, so I am back now with the rest of my makeup done. With this foundation, I do powder my entire face. So you can kind of, I don't know if you can see. Yeah, it's all powdered. If I don't powder everything, I'm going to be oily in like T-minus 0.2 seconds. Like really quickly. Yeah, so there is that. I didn't bother to conceal my under eyes just because it's summer outside. It's so hot. The last thing I want right now is more product on my face. I just covered up my pimple, and that's really all the extra like concealer I added was just a little bit on my pimple here. Other than that, like I did say, I powdered my entire face, a little bit of contour. That doesn't matter really. So I am going to go about my day, and I will check in to show you guys how the foundation wears, and everything like that. Also, hasn't started to settle into my fine lines yet. Gonna be honest, when I do my makeup, I avoid putting anything on my fine lines, just because it will go in there, and I hate when my makeup settles into my laugh lines because it like amplifies them, and it's basically just like screaming to the world that I have fine lines around my mouth. Under my eyes, I honestly don't even care. I can just like go like this and get it out. But that said, this foundation will crease. I feel like every single foundation creases almost, so nothing new there really. So yeah, I'm gonna go about my day, and I will check back and let you know how this foundation is wearing. See you then. Okay guys, I am back from being out, and this is what my foundation is looking like. It is, as you can see, a lot dewier everywhere pretty much. And keep in mind there is powder under this and powder over this. So you can only imagine what this would look like if you didn't powder at all. It would be horrible. Right now it's not too bad, I'm going to be honest. My nose is quite oily. Also, I have blotted my face. Keep that in mind too. I had to blot with like oil blotting sheets. I didn't add any extra powder. I didn't add any extra foundation. So this is pretty good. In terms of breaking apart, it's okay. A little bit around my laugh lines. It separates a little bit when I do like my oil blotting. That's to be expected, that a little bit of product's going to be taken away. Typically, I would want to touch that up after oil blotting, but with this, I didn't want to do that since I want to do like a true review. So I'm also going to come at you right now, since I've been wearing this makeup for about 7 hours now, with like my review of it. Would I repurchase this foundation? No, I wouldn't. I would much rather have a cushion foundation. That's my preferred, you know, thing. Also, I did look up, it is SPF 50, triple PA+++. So that's good. It also has that added benefit. I also do put sunscreen underneath this, just because, I don't know, I'm crazy about sunscreen. So yeah, I wouldn't buy it again. It's not my least favorite foundation ever. That would be, oh my god, my least favorite foundation is this Dior one. I can't remember what it's called. It's not the Air Flash. It's like the regular Dior concealer or foundation. I hated it. But I don't love this. It's too dewy for me, and it's not full enough coverage. I'd like something that has medium coverage, and I would definitely say this is light, light to buildable medium, but definitely light, which is interesting because when the girl sold this to me, she said that it has better coverage than a cushion. Not in my case. I don't find that. A lot of times I also want to add this. I wear this foundation. This is my only foundation I currently have. I do wear it to work. And at the end of a shift, my face is, like, you can even see right now how oily I am. At the end of a shift, my face is so oily, it looks like I've dunked it in water. So yeah, it's just not typically something I would purchase. Again, I don't love it. Doesn't break me out, that's a plus. It's very hydrating. I can actually see this being really good in the winter. My skin's always oily, but yeah, I can see it being like a little bit better in the winter. But yeah, that's my thoughts on this. Not my favorite. Would not recommend this to anyone, but it's not the worst thing I've ever tried, if that is like a good review or like a good way to put it. So yeah, thank you so much guys for watching this video. I kind of want to do more like this. I really like the style of video. Personally, I love to watch foundation reviews. I think it's kind of cool to try the ones that not too many people have, you know, given a review on YouTube. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye! That was dumb. I'll see you guys in the next video.